Hi, this is Sally Zhang, and today I'm going to talk about the interview style subgenre of video resumes and show examples of them with students' video resumes from Dr. Theron Howard's visual communication class. I'm also going to tell you some tips and tricks for creating this type of video resume. Then Caroline Garman will show you how to make this type of video with Windows Movie Maker. You might be thinking that an interview style requires a cast of two people, you and the person that is going to ask you questions.
Caroline Garman, you have achieved great success in academics, leadership, and racquetball. How did you get to be where you are today?
Well, that's a good question. Let me explain.
However, with an interview style, you are not limited to question and answer between two people. You can simply use title screens to ask the questions. If you choose to create a video resume with an interview approach, you do not have to confine yourself to a studio or one location. You can shoot the video just about anywhere. In this example, Jonathan shot his video in Falls Park. Just to make sure the noise level is not too high wherever you film. Once you've chosen a spot to film, make sure that lighting is consistent throughout your video. If you do not have a professional light kit available, don't worry. Just make sure that the lighting does not distort you or your surroundings by avoiding dimly lit rooms inside or nighttime outside. Most importantly, where you're filming, you want to move around and change camera angles throughout the video to suggest a movement. There is nothing worse than talking head syndrome, which commonly plagues the interview-style video resumes on the web. Make sure you're changing it up, especially if you go with a studio location for your resume. Many are inclined to simply sit in front of the camera and talk about their qualifications without creating any changes in the camera angle or zoom or without change of location. The best way to avoid this is to make a short sheet. Outline each part of your video resume plan like it was a comic strip.
Now Caroline is going to show you how to add titles in Windows Movie Maker.
Alright, so let's get started by importing media. And right here you can just select all that you want to import and it'll show up right here. And click and drag. And this is the audio clip I have. It's a narration, it's the answer to the question that I have in my interview style video. And here's some different pictures to give you an idea about where the pictures will fall in the timeline. Alright, to add titles, you can simply go under Edit or Tools, Titles and Credits. And you have four options here. You can have a title at the beginning, title before the selected clip, title on the selected clip, or credits at the end. We'll start by adding a title at the beginning. So I have my question here, and you can change the title animation. There are a lot of things you can choose from here. I want something that's easy to read, and that's kind of a long question, so that one should be good for my audience. And you can change the text font and the color and also the kind of font you use right here, and you position it just kind of like you would in a Word document, right there with the alignment, and choose a different background color. And if you're happy with that, you just click Add Title and it appears right down here in the timeline. And as you can see just by the timeline view that my answer, which is a narration right here, will fall right on top of the question. So to make it flow more logically here, you can move it over just by clicking and dragging. So we would like it right here, and preview it right here.
For my graduate school assistantship, I'm working in the Multimedia Authorship Teaching Research Facility, or the MATRIF for short. So far, I have worked with faculty and students and created websites and
So this gives you an idea about how your video is going so far. And you can see that I have footage for that entire answer to the question. Even these are just random photos, but it just gives you an idea about how you can use pictures to just go over the narration very nicely. And now that we have this question, this portion completed, pretend that you've created your entire video and you want your potential employer to have a way to contact you. You can do this easily by adding an end title or end credit screen, and you can just write your contact information about your email address, your phone number, and it can be scrolling at the end. So this would be a perfect opportunity to add your contact information for a potential employer. Well, that wraps up our tutorial on how to make titles and for video resume interview style. Thanks for watching.